Jumala, I'm sorry. I gotta lock my pants, close my pants, my zippy. Pardon. I'm sorry. I'm thinking, should I turn it off and record it again? No, it's a real life Michal. Or Michal. Be well, by the way. I don't know, I don't really miss the chair anymore, the big sofa chair. But it is like, today I would like to talk about Jiri Prochazka, UFC fighter, light heavyweight fighter. Last fight he had with Jamal Hill, he won. Take how? I don't know. Well, he was at Joe Rogan's podcast, Joe Rogan's Experience, and I'm also from Czechia, from Czech Republic. Me too. I was born there, so of course when Jiri is fighting, I'm watching it. Guys, watch my old video. What did I say? I don't know what's it called. Something with Jiri Prochazka, UFC or whatever. I think it says UFC Jiri Prochazka, so I don't know. But I definitely talked about it, and I mentioned that John Jones said that Jamal Hill will win, and I said I disagree. I said that I bet definitely Jiri will win, and Jiri won. So very good Jiri. I mean, it's already a week, or I don't know how long, but I just finished the podcast yesterday, so and there was some things I would like to talk about. It was amazing. Just guys, if you haven't seen it, listening or whatever, Joe Rogan Experience, Jiri Prochazka, Jurka Prochazka, MMA fighter, currently fighting under UFC, trying to get again the light heavyweight title. He had that. He was a champion, and he lost the fights with Pereiras twice. So, and now he was fighting Jamal Hill. I said it, and he was at podcast with Joe Rogan. It was really cool. I love, my English is not much better than his, but I love the way he speaks. Like, it's so funny, it's cool, he's amazing. And he was there like over 2 hours. Like, it must be super exhausting. Like, really, I admire him that, like, when you want to express yourself and you're doing it in a language which you are not good at yet, it must be difficult, exhausting, but I don't think he's really taking it that way. So amazing, really. He talked about like few things, like what really like was like cool, like found it interesting to mention, because when I was traveling around the world, visiting countries, people, amazing people, everywhere where I was, were amazing people. And he mentioned that only one thing. He said first, he talked about like how he loves America, that people can be themselves and you are being supported by that you are yourself. Yeah. And he loves their America. And Joe responds him something with like, yeah, that's the freedom. Yeah, it's the freedom that you can be yourself. Yeah. And he said it's amazing. It's like you are you and you're being supported. You in Europe, it's not really like that. People more gossip and don't really wish you if you have a success much. There's more jealousy, and I would, in certain degree, I would agree. I would agree with Jiri Prochazka. And then he's talking about like other part of America. And he said the one thing what I really don't like about America And my daughter really doesn't want to go sleep, but she's going to, because my girlfriend is, she, you just don't play with this woman. She's amazing. Um, he's talking about like one thing I don't like about America is that everybody asking you how are you and nobody actually cares. And I laugh because exactly like I heard that, I experienced that. First I heard it. I don't know who said it, but then I experienced it also. But I wouldn't say it as a negative thing. Yeah, it's like it's how are you doing? How are you doing? How are you? And it's like it's kind of like a greeting. It's like, hey, what's up? Like, what's up? Yeah, I'm good. I don't care. It's just how are you? Like how are you doing? Well, I tell you, today I was well, what? I don't ask you. I just said it. It's like stop. I want to ask you something else. Don't talk about how you're. So he said that one thing I don't like about America is like everybody asking you how are you, but nobody cares. And I read, I'm sorry, I'm tired. But we have a date today when the little one goes sleep. And I read the comments, and there was some comments like, I don't think, I think it was a guy from America, because the comment was like, I don't think it's only in America. And I don't know if that was like a response. Yeah, in Canada too, but this is like in America. I'm sorry. I love America. I love you people all. But that's what I experienced. It's like that. I think there's also definitely many people who ask you in Europe probably too, how are you, and they don't care. But I gotta say that he's right and correct. That's not a crying. That's a resistment. We wait, guys. We give her time. I think they are in the room. We have a peace. Yeah, I think there's definitely a few people in Europe who would tell you how are you and they wouldn't care. Yeah. But mostly, like where I come from, where I live now is different country where I was born. I live in Austria. And when people at work or anytime people ask me, how are you? They really want to know. They're looking at you and they're like, how are you? And they wait. What do you say? At this good or bad? Or it's like, how you been doing? Like, I come from holiday and people ask me, how was it? How was your holiday? How are you? How was it? Or they see that you are a certain way because they work with you. Or even if they met you, they ask you. They care. They want to know. But when I met some people, they're my friends and they are amazing. But them was people, but later on was friends. But I think it was also in New Zealand. But it was from Canada and United States, from Texas. And I do remember this guy was amazing. Yeah, he was so funny. He was from Texas. And when I was at New Zealand, I worked in New Zealand, and just tell you side story a bit. And he said there was like we had like a staff house. We used to live in a staff house. We work all in the restaurants, and there was a staff house, and a big house in New Zealand. And this was like hundreds meters of, like, I don't know, let's say quarter of mile from the work, yeah? From the actual work. So of course we had like parties, and it was a big house. There was also like table pool, or how do you call it actually? I don't know. Let's forget what I said. But it was a big house, like big living room, big kitchen, and I would say, I don't know, 20 people could live there, but there was more people living in a different house somewhere else. But what I try to say, like when I was about to leave the job and they were staying, I was like continue traveling. We had a like goodbye party. You can find it on my Instagram. There's a whole group of people from Australia and like many people from Austria, from Germany, so many, all of them nice people. We worked together. It was like a goodbye party. I don't know, I would say almost 20 people, a lot. And there was this guy, he just came, he was new. I guess he went like instead of me, I'm not sure this. He was from Texas and he was so nice guy, but he was like, not bad, he was nice guy. But we've been talking that day and he was like, hey, you must be a nice guy. These old people are here to tell goodbye to you, yeah? And I'm like, yeah, that's probably. And he was like, where are you actually coming from? And I said, Czech Republic, Czechoslovakia. I told him because, well, Slovakia, Czechia are separate countries too, but whenever I was anywhere in the world, when I say Czechoslovakia, people knows, but when I say Czech Republic, people don't, yeah? They need the Slovakia part in there. And I told him and he was like, where is it? And I was like, you know where is China? And he was like, yeah. So it's like neighbor of China is Czechoslovakia. And he was like, ah, I know, he said, the guy from Texas. And there was my friend Andre, he was standing on the side behind from Italy. He was from Italy. We were working like so long together, we know each other. He's my very good friend and he was laughing so hard. And me too then. So this was I'm not trying to make somebody dummy because I also don't know all the states in the United States. I also don't know many countries where they lie, but it's just for us, it was funny. And yeah, he was this type of guy, like, how are you? But there was also like, I met some friends from Canada, and there was like similar, New Zealand too. Some of them, not all of them, because New Zealand there was also very sweet people. But yeah, this was my experience, and then I met some people in Los Angeles, and yeah, people were like asking how are you, but they don't really care. So this is what Jiri Prochazka said. I found it very funny, interesting. I would like to really know what's your take on this, like how do you see it? Because I don't think it's like a general rule, but I think it became more like a greeting or something. Yeah, I think we cannot grasp it, maybe because English is not our main language, but I think what the English in English-speaking countries became such a something else a little bit also. Like we also have many other words where it's like many sentences we change and we don't even notice, and maybe we do the similar thing, yeah, in our languages where our native language. So, but this I found cool. I just want to mention Jiri Prochazka, amazing, on podcast Joe Rogan, so check it out. It was really something. His journey to Japan. He also mentioned that he goes to Japan after the loss with Pereira, because he wanted to found something what he found them before, and he felt like probably most likely, I don't know, that he lost it. And he reminded me myself when I was traveling in Thailand and get my enlightenment day there. Like, I don't want to call it enlightenment, but it's like something very changed there when I was in Thailand that time in Chiang Mai. I was there whole month. It was yeah, just some spiritual shift was happening. And I came back. Then I traveled, New Zealand, Philippines, England, and then I came back after at least a year let me think, 3 months, 7 months, yeah, at least like a year. I came back because after being like more than half a year working in England, I thought I lost my all spirituality and happiness. Nothing against England, but I am happy that I don't live there. No, and I just the I don't know what to say, like the energy there, it's not for me. Although I found there amazing people, amazing people. I was working there and in two restaurants, but the thing is that all the people, most of the people, like 90% of the people were not really locals. They were living there, but not locals. Yeah. So I don't really know the locals much, but amazing. But I'm really like, this was like first time experience in England, and I was like, wow, why people love it so much? I don't. Yeah, I really don't. But nature beautiful, 100%. And so I thought I probably lost my spirituality, and I went back to Thailand, and I did like the Jiri reminds me myself, because I was also like searching for it. I came back on the spot, so what I was doing, I did the same, and I found the same hostel, slept almost on the same bunk bed, and I didn't find it, guys. I just didn't find it. There was nothing. I was different. Then I had to. I found out that that I have to search it in me and not somewhere else. What I found, the thing, So when he said it, he straight away reminded me myself. I was like, oh boy, you could not find out anything, because you got some shift there, and that's in you. And yeah, that's not on some spot, but you can call it like a reminder. Still, I love, he spoke about also not falling for magic, like Alex Pereira's magic, yeah. And he spoke about it really nice. He seems grounded. He seems better than he was before. I don't think he would win. I think he would most likely lose. He still doesn't really keep his hands up. But he's definitely a better fighter than we've ever been before. Really, 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 really good. It was a good fight. But Pereira just won the stare down, the whole thing, the whole what he does with. It is, you can call it magic, yeah, because it's like the aura. He has the aura around him, but he basically said, Jiri Prochazka, that he gave a power to it, yeah, with his attention, and he accepted, and then he was thinking about nothing else than his aura. So this, he said, it was wrong, yeah, and that's beautiful. That he was like speaking about actually somehow him. He was more thinking. He has, I would say, like, he just lost the stare down. He lost the thing, yeah. Because people, like hyping Pereira, and this is so strong, and you gotta be really grounded in you to like overcome this. Like being there, don't care where you are, where you fight. Just you know who you are. So all good to you, Jiri. And you guys too, let me know down below in the comment section. What is your thoughts on this? And also the how are you? Let me know, I care. Let me know how are you. I will read it. And don't forget, you're beautiful. You're one of a kind. I don't know how I survived this date. I'm tired. Smile more. Ah, creaky floor.